Hello, and welcome to Maestro's TV podcast, your trusted guide for everything you need to know as you prepare for the Principal Test Reviewer. I'm your host, and today we are diving into a critical policy that every school leader should understand, Department Order Number 44, Series of 2022, also known as the Strengthening School-Based Management, SBM. This policy is designed to further empower schools, giving them the flexibility to manage resources, make decisions, and foster a learning environment that directly responds to the unique needs of their communities. For school heads, understanding how to effectively implement this policy is key to leading a successful, autonomous school. So let's take a closer look at the key provisions of this order and the crucial role you, as a school leader, will play in strengthening SBM in your school. Department Order Number 44, Series of 2022, seeks to strengthen the practice of school-based management, SBM, in the Philippines. SBM is an approach that decentralizes decision-making, empowering schools to manage their own resources, assess their needs, and respond effectively to local contexts. The Department of Education, DepEd, recognizes that a one-size-fits-all approach will not work for every school. Each community has its own set of challenges and opportunities, and SBM gives schools the tools to tailor their educational strategies to best meet those needs. So, what does this mean for you as a school head? First and foremost, it means a greater responsibility to lead your school autonomously, ensuring that every decision you make is in the best interest of your students, teachers, and the surrounding community. Let's break down the key aspects of this policy and how you can implement them in your school. One of the most significant aspects of SBM is the focus on school governance. The policy emphasizes that school heads should be more than just administrators. They must act as effective leaders who guide and inspire their teams. This requires creating a school governance structure where decisions are made collaboratively, involving teachers, parents, and community members. Under SBM, schools are encouraged to make their own decisions regarding the allocation of resources, including human, financial, and physical resources. The policy advocates for schools to have more control over their budgets and to prioritize spending based on their unique needs. As a school head, this means you will need to develop a clear and effective school improvement plan, SIP. The SIP is a strategic document that outlines the school's priorities, targets, and resource allocation over a specific period. You will need to engage with your school staff and other stakeholders to identify the most critical areas that require funding, whether it's for infrastructure, teaching materials, or professional development programs. Effective resource management also involves data-driven decision-making. By analyzing student performance, teacher development needs, and community resources, you can make more informed decisions about where to allocate funds and resources to ensure that your school is meeting its goals. DepEd Order Number 44 stresses the importance of monitoring and evaluation, M&E, as a cornerstone of SBM. Schools must regularly assess their progress towards the goals outlined in their school improvement plans and adjust strategies as necessary. An effective monitoring and evaluation system allows you to track whether the changes implemented are having the desired effect. This includes conducting regular school assessments, collecting feedback from stakeholders, and ensuring that progress reports are made available to all involved parties. The ultimate goal is continuous improvement, and your role as a leader is to create an environment where evaluation is seen as an opportunity for growth, not just a check on compliance. To successfully implement SBM, school heads must have a strong leadership team in place. Your leadership team should be diverse and inclusive, with teachers and staff from different departments, as well as parent representatives, playing an active role. Collaboration is key here. Establishing a shared vision among all members of the school community, teachers, staff, students, and parents, will help align efforts towards the same goal. Regularly meet with your leadership team to discuss progress, share challenges, and find solutions together. School-based management is not just about school heads making decisions from the top down. It's also about empowering teachers and staff to take an active role in school management. This means creating opportunities for teachers to take on leadership roles within the school. They should be part of the decision-making process when it comes to curriculum development, resource allocation, and even school policy changes. By giving teachers more autonomy, you help them feel invested in the school's success, which, in turn, can lead to better teaching practices and higher student performance. Encourage professional development and provide resources that allow teachers to innovate and take risks in their classrooms. One of the most powerful elements of SBM is the involvement of the community. In a well-implemented SBM system, the school is not an isolated institution. It is deeply embedded in the local community. As a school head, you should look for ways to strengthen partnerships with local government units, non-governmental organizations, NGOs, businesses, and other community groups. These partnerships can help bring additional resources, expertise, and support to the school, and they can also help foster a greater sense of ownership in the school's success. A key point in DepEd Order Number 44 is the use of data to drive decisions. Schools should gather and analyze data not only on student performance, but also on factors such as teacher effectiveness, resource allocation, and community engagement. While SBM is a powerful tool for improving education, there are challenges in its implementation. These include limited resources, resistance to change, and the varying capacities of schools in different regions. However, these challenges should not deter you from moving forward with SBM. As a school leader, your role is to navigate these challenges by building a collaborative culture within your school, advocating for the necessary resources, and being adaptable in your approach. Involving stakeholders in decision-making, maintaining a focus on continuous improvement, and using data to guide your actions will help overcome these obstacles. Until next time, keep learning and leading with purpose. Question 1. Resource allocation conflict. Scenario. A principal faces resistance from a group of teachers who believe that the school's annual budget is being unfairly allocated. The teachers argue that more funds should be directed toward improving instructional materials, while the principal has prioritized building additional classrooms to accommodate the growing student population. The School Governing Council, SGC, has been divided on this matter, and community stakeholders are beginning to voice their concerns. Which action should the principal take to address this conflict, in line with the guidelines from DepEd Order Number 44? A. The principal should prioritize instructional materials over the classrooms because it directly impacts teaching and learning. B. The principal should facilitate a series of meetings with the SGC, teachers, and community members to collectively review the school's budget and reassess the priorities. C. The principal should disregard the teachers' concerns and focus solely on infrastructure development, as this aligns with the department's goal to improve physical learning spaces. D. The principal should allocate funds for both the classrooms and instructional materials, but focus on using external sources of funding for the additional classrooms. Answer. B. Rationalization. DepEd Order Number 44 emphasizes collaborative decision-making, where the school head is not just an administrator but a leader who actively engages the school community in governance. Question 2. Stakeholder engagement in school development. Scenario. A school head is trying to implement an ambitious school improvement plan, SIP, that includes a new curriculum initiative. However, the local community, including some parents, has expressed skepticism about the feasibility of the plan, given the school's limited resources. The principal has received mixed feedback from teachers, with some fully supporting the initiative and others hesitant about the change. The principal must decide how to move forward in a way that considers both the community's and teachers' concerns. What should the principal do in this scenario? Push forward with the SIP implementation, assuring the community and teachers that the initiative will improve learning outcomes, regardless of resource constraints. B. Delay the SIP until more funding is secured to avoid community dissatisfaction. C. Organize focus group discussions with teachers, parents, and local leaders to gather more input and adjust the SIP based on their feedback before moving forward. D. Abandon the new curriculum initiative and focus on maintaining the current curriculum, as it is less likely to cause controversy among stakeholders. Answer: C. Rationalization. According to DepEd Order No. 44, SBM emphasizes the importance of stakeholder engagement in decision-making. The principal must foster an open, consultative process involving key community members and teachers in decision-making. This inclusive approach allows the principal to address concerns, adjust the plan, and ensure that the SIP is both feasible and supported by all stakeholders. Question 3. Conflict over teacher leadership roles. Scenario: a principal is faced with resistance from senior teachers when introducing new teacher leadership roles in the school. The senior teachers feel that their experience should give them priority over younger, less experienced teachers for leadership positions, even though the school's current focus is on innovation and fresh ideas. The principal is caught between respecting seniority and promoting innovation. Which of the following should the principal do to resolve the conflict? A. Appoint the senior teachers to leadership roles, as they have the most experience, and focus on promoting innovation through professional development. B. Appoint the younger teachers to leadership roles to encourage innovation, despite potential backlash from senior staff. C. Set up a transparent process for selecting teacher leaders based on both experience and willingness to innovate, and involve staff in the decision-making process. D. Leave the leadership roles as they are, without making changes, until a more significant issue arises that requires addressing. Answer: C. Rationalization. DepEd Order No. 44 supports decision-making that includes a broad base of school stakeholders, including teachers. The principal should establish a transparent and inclusive process that values both experience and innovation, recognizing that leadership should be based on a combination of factors. Question 4. Budgetary prioritization conflict. Scenario: the principal must make a decision about allocating limited budget resources for an upcoming school year. There are two primary demands: purchasing new technology to support online learning and providing additional scholarships to financially struggling students. Both options are crucial to the school's development, but there are not enough funds for both. How should the principal approach this decision? Prioritize technology procurement to ensure that the school remains competitive and capable of implementing modern teaching methods. B. Prioritize scholarships to ensure that all students, regardless of financial status, have equal access to education. C. Conduct a survey with teachers, students, and parents to gather input on which initiative is more critical, and base the decision on majority preferences. D. Find external funding sources to support both initiatives, rather than choosing one over the other. Answer: C. Rationalization. DepEd Order No. 44 highlights the importance of community involvement in decision-making, especially in resource allocation. The principal should consult with all stakeholders to determine which initiative would provide the most benefit, considering both short-term and long-term effects. Question 5. Teacher resistance to change. Scenario: a principal is implementing a new performance evaluation system for teachers, but some veteran teachers feel that the system is too complex and does not adequately capture their teaching strengths. The principal is under pressure to ensure the new system's successful rollout, but faces increasing resistance from these teachers. What should the principal do in this situation? A. Push forward with the new evaluation system and remind teachers that it is a DepEd mandate. B. Hold one-on-one meetings with the veteran teachers to listen to their concerns and adjust the system to make it more user-friendly without undermining the goals of the evaluation. C. Delay the rollout of the new system until further training and support for teachers can be provided. D. Revert to the old evaluation system, as it has worked well in the past and there is no need for change. Answer B.